And a very good evening to you. You're listening to the Modern Mystic Radio Show. I'm your host. My name is Saira. I'm a psychic, professional psychic for over 28 years. I'm not on my own today. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome aboard the gorgeous Selina Joy, who's a tarot reader. Hi, Selina. How are you?
Hi, very well. Very pleased to be on the show. Very exciting and lovely to meet you.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to have you on. So just quickly, give us a brief overview of your journey sort of into the spiritual world, if you like.
Well, I started many years ago. For some unknown reason, I was just drawn towards tarot cards. So I picked up a beautiful looking pack of cards and just played with them. And then as I was traveling around quite a lot, so as I think I mentioned to you before, I'm over in Spain. So it's Salvador Dali, near where he lives. And he does some beautiful tarot cards. So I ended up just buying them, and I was just reading them for myself, and later on I happened across somebody that sort of started teaching me tarot and showing me how to use them and the pendulum and different things, and they just became part of my life, and very slowly I read for myself and for friends, and then I just brought them more and more into my life and ended up here.
Oh, wonderful. So is this what you do? Is this like your profession now as a tarot consultant, or are you more a healer?
50-50. I'm an acupuncturist, so I work mainly with my clients at home and in other centres, but I incorporate a lot of healing into it, and I also use the cards because I find it really helps people understand that a lot of their physical blocks come from an emotional block or from blocks that have things that have happened them from over the years. So it's not just acupuncture or not just sort of hands-on, like Reiki healing. It sort of incorporates a little bit of everything. Some people come along and just don't want anything like that. They just want, acupuncture. But if I can, I involve it all, and we try and delve right back into the problem and see where it all started. And that's obviously the rule. Once you've found out the core problem, it's easier to start treating and healing. And so it's quite an adventure.
And I see you worked with a stage hypnotist as well.
Yes, many, many years ago, Randolph. Randolph the Great, and I was Amber. Many years ago, we toured around Spain and headed down to Benidorm, but we worked mainly up in the north of England, around Liverpool and Manchester, so it was really, really interesting. Met loads of fantastic people, especially that will work in the same sort of networks, and that's where I first had my experience of meeting a medium that was doing past life regressions, which was something we were doing, but coming in from a different angle, with the hypnosis. So it was really interesting to meet her, and she sort of set me off on a different journey. So it was fantastic. Yeah.
And do you still use those same cards that you bought all that time ago?
I've still got them, but I've lost a few out the pack.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. How old are they?
Oh God, must be over 30 years now. Yeah. And my Salvador Dali ones that are now worth a fortune, I've lost, as I've moved, completely lost. And when I went to buy another pack, they were so expensive. That's on my bucket list.
So when you work with the tarot, I've been working with the tarot for many, many years. How do you describe that you work with them?
I've been asked that before, and I know some people say, I connect up to this or that or the angels, and I don't really know. I just pick a card and the words come out, if that makes sense. Years ago, I used to, it was like automatic writing, that would have to sit down and just sort of write. But it's the same thing now with tarot. Although I have learned the tarot, I've learned the meanings to a certain degree, because I know some people go so deep into them. There's so much you can learn. I don't think you ever stop learning the meanings. But with myself, I know the general meaning. But then as I read it, I think the pictures pop out or something just comes through.
So you read them quite intuitively?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. There wasn't one other thing that I was going to ask you. Yes, do you have? Are you planning anything special coming up to do with tarot, with your work? What are your plans for this year?
Well, I'm joining the radio station. Yay! Which I'm really looking forward to, because it's not something I ever really thought of doing. It just sort of popped up. And when these opportunities come in front of you, you think, oh, well, Spirit's put it in my way, so it must be coming up for some reason. So, yeah, I'm joining. I think my first program is at, well, I've got it actually written down. It's the 4th of April, which is Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern time, which I'm really looking forward to. Although it's sort of like 2:30 in the morning for me, so.
And are we allowed to ask the name of the show or not? Is that classified up until then?
It's not thought of up until then. As I said, it's all sort of just happened quite quickly, so it's not something. So I'll have to tap in and think about it, I think, and yeah. So
to be confirmed.
Yeah.
Right, so are you happy to go ahead and demonstrate how you work the tarot with a couple of callers?
Yeah, lovely. Really looking forward to it.
Okay, wonderful. We have Penny in El Paso, Texas. Penny, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show. I'm going to hand you straight over to Selena, who's going to do your reading. Do you have a question for Selena?
Mostly about my marriage.
Okay.
Hi, Penny. Lovely to meet you. I'm just connecting in.
Hello.
Hi, lovely to meet you, darling. Have you got a question? Was it just a general question about your marriage, or is there something a little bit deeper you'd like me to look at? If there's any blocks or...
We're kind of going through a difficult stage right now. We're currently separated, but we are legally married. I am married to a woman. I don't know if you're if you're used to doing those type of readings and stuff, but
any reading does mean couple. Okay, right. I'm just going to start reading the cards, and we'll see what comes out and see what's happening between you and your partner.
Okay. If I cry, just ignore me.
Oh, darn.
It's a very the subject is very touchy for me because it's very sensitive, I guess.
Okay, right. Well, at the moment, what I can pick up is I feel that both of you are just having a little bit of negative energy that pulls you back is what I'm picking up on. That's causing you both. And I feel that both of you are suffering through this split, through this separation. That's what I'm looking at. Let me just have a...
Yeah, we don't talk anymore either. She cut me off completely.
I was just going to say what I've got coming in for her side at the moment is that, she's blocking everything out of her life at the moment. And let me just see what block I feel that's coming in for you. Okay, for the moment, I see that, I do have some lovely cards coming in for her. So I do think that the time alone, it feels like you just both need really time apart to change the dynamics of the relationship. I feel that she's sort of sitting back. I've got the Empire card come in for her, and I really believe that this card's sort of saying that she's sitting right back now and deciding and thinking about how to change the dynamics of the relationship. It feels like there was the boundaries have been moved on the relationship, so it feels like you sort of there was perhaps a little bit of codependency going on, and there was not any real borders, if that makes sense to you. So it feels like lines have been crossed, and it seems like you have to sort of pull apart to be able to rebuild up this energy again. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. She's in another relationship, though.
Okay. So, right, what I'm going to look at right now is to look at her feelings towards you, if that's okay. Because,
And last time I talked to her, she actually told me she hated me and she wanted to file for divorce.
okay. Okay, yeah, you know, I do have that her feelings towards you are very clouded, and that also she's, yeah, very withdrawn is all I can say. And I do feel that she is looking at more of a legal separation. That is what's coming into me. I'm really sorry to have to agree with what she said. Let me just see if this is just a passing, and will it improve in the future? You know, I do feel her pulling right away. I have heard that she's having trouble balancing the whole situation, but I do feel her closing her eyes off and moving further away from you. Okay. And a lot of that has to do with, you know, I do just think she has so much going on in her mind at the moment. You know, it feels very clouded, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of positive energy getting through. Okay. Shall I have a little look into to how the best you move forward in this situation?
I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm just saying, would you like me to have a little look to see how you how the best way that you can move forward in this situation?
Yes, please. So she is going to go through with the divorce?
I have that you know, I even have for yourself that there's walking away from the situation, because I feel that you've been out, you've got all you can and done all you can for this situation. So the best thing is to move away. That's what I'm getting shown for you. So yeah, I really feel that. I'm very sorry. However, for you, let me just see what this the best way that you can get through this situation. So I can feel your pain coming over.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking.
Oh, I know, and I hate doing it when it's not sort of a real positive reading. And I do see that this card's coming in saying that you know, you are feeling very lost and you're not quite sure which direction to go forward in life. You don't see the way very clear. But I do have coming in, you know, that you will tap into this strength that you've got inside, and you will be able to start moving on. I do see that you know, it's really now just time to be able to sit back and sort of go through the situation, what's going on, and find it's like seeing the truth of the situation, so you can sort of come to terms with what's gone on and start rebuilding your life for you, yourself, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got, you know, it is very difficult, because what I'm getting coming through, it's like now, and it's always very easy to say when you're not going through it, but it's to find the happiness, you know, that you can have within yourself, and so it's not reliant on the others around you. So it's like maybe learning some mindfulness techniques or some meditation to find that wholeness and strength that you've got and bring it into your day-to-day life. So, you know, and although it's a very difficult situation, it's one that you can climb out of. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Penny. So I'm going to wish you the best of luck with that. We now need to move quickly on to our next caller, which is Nyabwe in Anchorage, Alaska. Are you there, Nyabwe?
Yes, I am.
Did I pronounce your name right? That's the important question. Oh, brilliant. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to Selena. Do you have a question for Selena tonight?
Hi, very nice to meet you.
Hi. My question is, I have like 3 questions. Is that okay?
Okay, well, we'll see what we have time for, but we'll try as much as possible. Hi, I'm sorry, I couldn't get your name. Can you just tell me your name one more time?
Nyabwai.
Why? Okay, lovely. Okay, what's your first question? How can I help?
Who was the spirit that I was in a relationship with?
Who was the spirit that you were in a relationship with?
Yes.
I don't think I know how to answer this one. I'm not getting anything through for you. I've got come through the Knight of Wands, which is usually a very charismatic, a very cheeky, very full of passion, a bit of an entrepreneur. And, you know, this... he's got quite a young energy coming through, you know, sort of in his possibly 30s. He's got like I can feel a bit of a swagger there, but I don't know what relation that would be for spirit. What do you get anything coming through there, sir?
Well, what I'm actually quite drawn to, I pulled out a few cards for you, and what I'm actually getting, oddly enough, is more of a past life connection. Okay, and I feel like this, you know, this energy that's been around you is related to that. Now, it could very well be that this person will incarnate with you in this life as well, and you'll be coming into a reconnection. But that's what I'm kind of getting with, and that's what I'm getting with the cards. Does that make sense to you?
A little bit. Cause,
okay.
I don't know his name, and we were together, and we just broke up. Like, well, I told him I wanted to be friends, and he just left. We just stopped talking.
Okay. And it was definitely a spirit you were inquiring about. It was definitely a spirit that you were inquiring about. Yeah,
I was in a relationship with him, and I guessed his name. I thought it was my crush in physical reality because I thought I was telepathic. But then when I was talking to the guy about it, he says he doesn't, like, he pretty much showed me and gave me the impression that he doesn't know what I'm talking about. And then I turned to the guy I was with telepathically, and he said that he was in spirit. He told me he was in spirit, and then after that I didn't know who he was.
Okay. I mean, sometimes when we have our twin flame connection coming in, we can communicate telepathically as well. So, I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting here for you, that relationship will actually come in physical form for you.
What I've got coming through, well, as I said, I do have the Two of Cups coming through, which is all about love. It's all more about mutual respect and mutual connection. And I also have Temperance coming for the relationship. So, yes, I would say that there's a really nice balance between the two of you and a really nice flow of equal energy. So, yes, I do feel that it will be a fulfilling relationship for you.
Is he my twin?
I'm sorry.
I think she said, is he her twin flame? Is that right? Are you there?
Huh? Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say, is he your twin flame? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just have a look. I do have these two cards that have just come in together. So this is, for me, it's like fate card, destiny. So it does seem that you're sort of drawn together it's destiny for you to be together, because I have this sitting right next to the couples card. So I do believe that, yes, you're meant to be together.
So we are.
Good.
So we're meant to be.
Yes, I do have that coming out. I have some really positive relationship cards coming through. So I think that I'm getting that it's the start of a meaningful relationship where there's a lot of love and a lot of emotions. I also have coming in that there's a lot of romance coming in, a new romance.
I'm gonna have another man.
No, sorry. More feelings of romance within the relationship. So it feels like you have this friendship connection, and the connection just seems to build. So it's got a really nice base on this friendship and going out and having fun, but then there's more romance that comes in, and then the connection seems to deepen and becomes more meaningful.
Okay. Okay, one last question. Am I going to win the lottery before summertime? Because I've been trying to this is my dream.
Okay, I didn't hear the end of the question, but I'll see. It's a bit of a...
It'll have to be a very quick one. It'll have to be quite a quick one. We're nearly at the end. So, this might have to be the last one.
I don't really get really positive cards on that. I get the... so I would take that as a... Yeah. I'll take that as...
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to win the lottery for a long time, and I was wondering... Because it's my dream, it's my chosen dream, and I was wondering if I was going to win before, the summer comes.
I'm sorry, I don't really feel that the lottery is going to come in, and I do have the hangman come in as well, which usually means there's going to be quite a few delays on that. So, but if you do, remember me and send me some.
Thank you so much for coming through. We're nearly at the end of our show. So Selena, before we have to actually part company for now, can you remind everybody how to quickly get hold of you?
Okay, if anyone wants to contact me, they can just go on Facebook and it's Selena Joy Tarot, or if not, I have a website which is www.selenajoytarot.com.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay, thank you for having me on the show, and I look forward to hopefully bumping into you again in the future.
Yes, and good luck with your show when that starts in April.
Yeah, lovely. I can't wait.
Okay, and if you do want to get hold of me for a psychic reading, you can do through the website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or on Facebook under Mystic Saira, and also under Modern Mystic. So I'm going to wish you all a great week ahead. Enjoy the new moon. It's a new moon on Friday. That's going to be in Pisces. Enjoy that, and that will work with all of your psychic senses as well. So have a great week, and I'll see you same time next week.